Welcome to WRTR Real Talk Radio. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests
and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organizations or institutions. This podcast is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered legal, financial, or professional advice.
While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, we make no representations or warranties of any kind, express or implied, about the completeness, accuracy, reliability, or availability with respect to the podcast or the information, products, services, or related graphics contained in the podcast.
Any reliance you place on such information is strictly at your own risk. In no event will we be liable for any loss or damage, including, without limitation, indirect or consequential loss or damage, or any loss or damage whatsoever arising from loss of data or profits arising out of or in connection with the use of this podcast.
By listening to WRTR Real Talk Radio, you acknowledge that you understand this disclaimer and agree to its terms. Enjoy the show.
WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs, original shows, music news, the hottest DJs from around the world.
Happy Juneteenth, blacks, and welcome to a new week here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. My name is Marcus Smoot.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Lyric Bravani.
What's going on with you, lady?
Not too much, not too much. Oh, I do got a show tonight. I'm tripping.
Work.
I have a show.
Your hair looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
Got the fit set?
I am excited about it because I haven't sang in a while. We were supposed to have something yesterday, but it got canceled because people had other things to do, even though they knew weeks in advance that this show that we put together was on yesterday. And then we got all these calls this week that people couldn't make it, so we had to reschedule what we had yesterday, but it's all good.
Good. I am happy to see you back singing also. So yeah, shout outs to you. How's business?
Business is cool, slow creeping, but it's okay. It's gonna pick up because it's the start of the summer, so people gonna be wanting to do stuff.
Of course, you know niggas be nigga.
Yep, and the booth is almost done. I installed the carpet the day before yesterday. Mm-hmm. So the recording booth is completely finished. Now we just gotta get the other equipment in there, and we're done. We're about to start recording now. I'm quite pleased.
That is big.
And I never knew I was one of those carpenter interior designers peoples until I had to do stuff up in here. Right. Installing carpet, excuse me.
Work.
Never done that before, but I'll be watching all those home improvement shit on TV and be thinking I can do it.
Who says you can't? Exactly. Who says you can't?
Yeah.
I think that's how people are learning how to do shit. I'm about to watch a YouTube video that shows me how to put Freon in my car. It's out and it's hot outside, so I'm like, okay, but I'm not gonna pay $100 for something that takes 10-15 minutes. So
do that, because that's how I learned. I know how to put Freon in my car. I know how to change my spark plugs.
Nice.
I know how to change a tire. I know how to change brakes.
Don't
need
nobody.
Won't be stranded waiting on nobody.
You don't do damsel in distress.
Yeah.
How was Juneteenth?
Yeah. I went outside yesterday and I didn't appreciate it. Don't say work. Don't say work.
Oh, okay.
No, it was cool. We went to this little, I don't want to call it a picnic, but it was some type of event where CCB was outside. Okay. And it was cool. But what wasn't cool is, as my friend, what I'm scared of.
Raisins and potato salad.
No.
Oh.
Spiders. There were these black and white jumping spiders every fucking where.
Jumping
out
spiders.
There. Yes. Hello.
You spiders that jump.
Yes.
That's a thing.
One got on my husband, and I said, I'm ready to go right now. Mind you, we just got there.
One got on your...
I'm standing.
Jumping.
Okay. I'm standing on the fucking wall, and I'm watching these fucking spiders crawling on people, crawling up their jeans, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Immediately
I'm about to have a panic attack.
Immediately no.
Don't you know? I didn't get to the good part. Don't you know? As soon as I got into the car, I opened my phone, and they say those giant fucking Joro spiders are now in fucking Maryland. I lost it. I lost it.
Wait,
I'm not going. I'm not going.
Is this a Facebook thing that you read? Because Facebook be giving a whole lot.
No, this is a news.
Oh,
news
no.
is reporting this.
How come every time this asshat get in office, we got murder hornets, or you remember that bullshit? Or we got apparently very athletic spiders? What do you mean?
They say they stay high up in trees, but they can come down.
Like ninjas.
They're
you
giant.
have ninja spiders. They're ninjas.
Giant and spider do not go together. What the fuck is wrong
This
with
is it. Okay.
Sorry to ruin y'all summer, but here we sit.
No wonder you got a haircut. You
Because, baby, let me tell you something. I'm not getting 30 inches of nothing to have something all up in my shit. Fuck that. That wig gonna fly and I'm gonna be gone the other way.
Listen, when you said that spider jumped on to your husband, I immediately thought divorce. Because I can't even take you back now. A jumping spider? Are you kidding?
And he's not scared of shit but heights. He just flicked it off like it was nothing. I'm like, what's that?
No.
Just a spider on you? He was like, yeah, so what? I want to leave now. Now. I'm ready to go.
I feel like people are like that with their roaches in their house and stuff. And, they just kind of
or they buddy with them.
Or they hit them with towels, because that's been known to
We
happen.
can't talk about that on air, but we've seen some cozy roaches in our day.
They're part of the family at this point. Who you want to be like? Well, hold on. I got to talk about my Juneteenth first. So,
yes,
I did nigga shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but because of my adventures with Mickey and Minnie, I don't have much sick time left. So I went ahead and went to work for the first time since we started celebrating Juneteenth, and I felt dirty on the inside. So, but it turned around. I had a good evening. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I also want to, while I have the opportunity, give a shout outs to the people at Day and Night Exotic Cereal Bar here in Baltimore. If you like cereal, I used to be big into cereal. They have what looked like to me every kind of cereal. I'm talking about back to Scooby-Doo cereal. I had something with Count Chocula in it. So it was ice cream, it was Count Chocula, it was Oreos, it was chocolate drizzle, it was off the chain. When I tell you. And then, of course, like Count Chocula turns the milk chocolate and stuff.
Chocolate.
It did so for the ice cream, baby. That is a life-changing experience. So shout outs to y'all. I definitely.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it because I cannot have it. It is a trip to the toilet for me.
No, they have lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant.
They have lactose intolerant options also.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so maybe I can take you there and, not have you doo-doo all over the place.
Right, because the way my stomach's set up, now that I'm getting older.
Listen.
I gotta watch what I eat.
You are preaching to the choir.
That shit is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm
telling you now. I can't eat nothing. It seemed like.
All right, on with the show. Who you want to be like when you grew up? See what I did there? You, because I'm in Baltimore.
So, since everybody is going crazy about the new Toy Story movie coming out, I picked this one. I want to be like Floyd Norman. And that is Disney's first black animator.
Work.
He is set to receive an honorary Oscar because he was part of several legendary films, including Sleeping Beauty, The Jungle Book, Mulan, Toy Story 2, and Monsters, Inc.
All your elementary school TV day favorites.
He will be getting this award November 15th, 2026.
That is amazing. That is really amazing. Congratulations. Did you see Our First Family?
I did see some clips.
Yeah, when I grow up, I want to be like my forever first family, the Obamas. According to Obama.org, I didn't know that was a thing. Did you?
Yeah.
No. Obama.org. The Obama Presidential Center is more than a landmark. It's a new space of possibilities. Built on the south side where the Obama's journey began, this 19.3-acre campus was designed with you, I'm talking about you, the American people, in mind. Find inspiration in a one-of-a-kind museum. You can dive into a story at the public library or hang with friends on the Great Lawn. From around the block access to this world This is your home for hope and change. And did you see the performers? Oh, everybody canceled on the 250 event. For the that was held at the UFC. I'll get more into that later. But among the performers were Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen,
nice,
John Legend, J Hood, Common was there, Eddie Vedder, Christina Agua Malaria. That's what they used to call her. They had the Roots there, Mark Anthony, Marseille Martin was there. Okay, everybody was there, and nobody was that other place. And did you see the opening speeches?
I saw Michelle's. I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, they were incredibly powerful. Now, while I can't play the entirety of the speeches, both of them combined were like over an hour. But I do want to share with y'all my favorite moments of each speech. So, ladies first. So we'll start with Lady O.
And to ignore this simple truth, to refuse to respect the contributions and experiences of people who aren't exactly like us, y'all puts us all at risk. Failing to see the humanity in all people puts us all on a slippery slope. And once that slide starts, there's no telling where it stops. A dangerous precedent that flies in the very face of our faith and of the founding promise of this democracy, that all of us are created equal. That each of us is a child of God with inherent value. And no one, and I mean no one, has the right to sit in judgment of who's American enough. And that's why, folks, we simply don't have the luxury or time to be cynical or complacent, to wring our hands in despair, to wait for someone else to fix the problem. Y'all, hope is all we have, because hope is the essential spark that lights the fire of change. But hope is a choice. Whether or not we use our voices to speak up is a choice. Voting is a choice. Being a decent human being is a choice. Believing that we still hold the power to build a country that reflects us all is a choice.
Yep, and what she said about her husband may have had my little Grinch heart grow a few sizes.
Not your Grinch heart.
You know it. Here it goes.
You always gave us the very best within you. And in doing so, you reminded the rest of us that we could too. Barack, there are no words to express how proud I am of the way you showed up and continue to show up every single day. It has been an honor to be by your side. You have made me a better person and have given us all an example that we should strive to emulate. And I hope you know, there is truly no higher calling than that.
How's that for a first lady? Just saying.
Very classy. Very
it is. And it's amazing that you can't Google her nudes. So anyways, from my forever president, I felt this part of his speech was extremely on point.
A belief in the intrinsic dignity and worth of all people, and that no one is above the law or beneath its protection. A belief in checks and balances in our government and an accountability that comes with it, an independent judiciary and a robust free press. A belief that our military and law enforcement owe allegiance not to any president or political party, but to the people and our Constitution. A belief in the peaceful transfer of power after the people have spoken in fair and free elections, recognizing that in a large, complicated society like ours, no group or faction gets its way 100% of the time. And a belief that qualities of character, honesty, integrity, kindness, compassion, a sense of duty and honor. Those things matter in our public dealings, just as they do in our private lives. These are the values and traditions I believe in. And they are not Republican or Democratic values. They're American values we can all share, regardless of party. Values every president here today, as different as we are, has tried our best to uphold. Values that John McCain and Mitt Romney believed in no less than I did. It is our greatest inheritance, the story of America at its best, because it reflects a basic faith in the decency of our fellow citizens and the possibility that, despite all of our differences, we can see each other and understand one another and make common cause together. That's what I hope every visitor to this center takes away from their experience.
The strays, see, I can't even say strays. Those are direct shot. I shot the sheriff. Baby. Oh, well. Anyways, those videos put me in such a great mood. So that is my mood for the week. We'll see if we can maintain it, because up next, it's If It Were Lyric. We'll be right back.
I don't think enough people know who Opal Lee is. Most people know Juneteenth. They know it's a holiday now. They know there's a cookout somewhere. They know they don't have to go to work. But the woman called the grandmother of Juneteenth? A lot of people couldn't even tell you her story. In 1939, Opal Lee was 12 years old. Her family had just bought a home in Fort Worth, Texas. 4 days later, on Juneteenth, a white mob showed up. About 500 people. The police were called, but the mob stayed. Opal's family got out, but the mob broke in and destroyed everything they owned. And I keep coming back to that date, Juneteenth. A date that's supposed to commemorate freedom. A 12-year-old Black girl watching a crowd decide that her family didn't belong. On that day, of all days, and Opal Lee remembered it for the rest of her life. Now, if you know anything about Black families, you know we don't just carry photographs and heirlooms. We carry stories. The stories our grandparents told, the stories our parents told, the stories we refuse to let disappear. And Opal carried that one with her for decades. Most people know Juneteenth as June 19th, 1865, the day Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, and informed enslaved people that they were free. But here's the part that gets missed. Too often, really. Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation 2.5 years earlier. The enslaved people of Texas were legally free. The problem with that is that freedom on paper and freedom in real life aren't always the same thing. It took the Union troops arriving in Galveston to enforce it. That's what Juneteenth commemorates. Not just freedom, the delay, the distance between what the government says and what people actually experience. And if you're Black in America, that theme just keeps showing up, doesn't it? Then Opal Lee got older, much older, 89 years old, an age where people have earned the right to sit down if they want to. You know? But Opal decided to start walking. She wanted Juneteenth recognized as a federal holiday. Originally, she wanted to walk from Fort Worth to Washington, D.C., but her family convinced her not to do the whole trip. So she started walking 2.5 miles in cities across the country instead. But that number wasn't random, y'all. It represented the 2.5 years between the Emancipation Proclamation and Juneteenth. City after city, year after year, she collected more than 1.6 million signatures. And while a lot of people were just discovering Juneteenth, Opal Lee was making sure that nobody could forget it anymore. Then in June of 2021, she stood beside President Biden as he signed Juneteenth into law as a federal holiday. She was 94 years old. The same woman whose home had been destroyed by a racist mob on Juneteenth. The same woman who spent years walking so people would remember the significance of that day. The same little girl from Fort Worth, standing in the White House watching Juneteenth finally receive federal recognition. History usually doesn't give people moments like that, you know? But Miss Lee got one. So that's why we have to keep coming back to her story, because when people think about Juneteenth, they usually talk about the holiday itself, right? But I keep thinking about the people that carried that history long enough for us to inherit it. People who refused to let that story disappear. People who kept telling it even when nobody was listening. People who understood that if you don't protect a story, eventually somebody else is going to rewrite it. Opal Lee is 99 years old. Opal Lee is 99 years old. In October, she will be 100. She is still here, still reminding people what Juneteenth actually commemorates. And if anybody's earned the title of Grandmother of Juneteenth, it's probably the woman who spent the majority of her life making sure that the rest of us remembered. Say her name, Opal Lee.
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would if it were lyric.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with my segment, If It Were Lyric, where I give my 2 cents about your relationships, situationships, friendships, and everything in between. Now, if you want to continue sending me your advice, questions, and or stories so that I can comment on them and give you some much needed advice, please send them to my Gmail at lurkbravado@gmail.com. Now let's get into it, please. This first one is... Now this is crazy because we have listeners from all ages, it seems.
Okay.
She is an 18-year-old girl who wants to remain anonymous.
Okay.
But she is from Kentucky. And she says, "A dear Lyric, I need some perspective on how to handle a boundary issue with my neighbor. My neighbor is 28. We live in the same area, but we have absolutely nothing in common. He's been trying to pursue a relationship with me since I was much younger. Like when I was 15, he would start off by being really nice, and then more time passed, he started being flirty and weird. But he always did it in secret, probably because he knew that it was wrong. He's still pursuing me now because both of our families are staying in the same vacation area, and I cannot escape the situation. He keeps texting me nonstop, looking for any excuse to cross physical boundaries, like moving his chair closer to mine whenever he gets the chance, or constantly asking me to go off on walks with him even though I say no every single time. He just does not stop. To make matters worse, his parents joke about the 2 of us getting married and then becoming grandparents, and I have said repeatedly that I don't find it funny, but they laugh it off. And I feel very isolated because the people around me don't seem to notice that this behavior is making me very uncomfortable. My parents seem to like him because we all grew up together. They see him as a nice neighbor boy we've known for years, but I've been really scared to tell them about what's been really going on because I don't know how they're going to react to it. How can I best handle this communication block with my parents, and what are my options for setting boundaries when he refuses to take no for an answer?"
It's called a restraining order, sweetie. Just saying. That's what it's called. That's your boundary. This is creepy.
That's very creepy. And I would, first of all, your parents are your parents. They're going to have your back, it seems. They just feel like he's a nice boy, but you have never said what was going on. I think if you would have told them what was going on when you were 15 and he was still of age, an adult, doing this to you as a child, they would have made something serious happen, like going to the police and getting that restraining order, whatever the case may be, whatever it is in your state that allows certain things. They would have moved on that. My suggestion to you is, after you've repeatedly told him no, you've told him that you don't like his advances and he still keeps going on, have that conversation with your parents. They're still your safe space.
Yep.
You are still 18.
Yep.
To me, you might be grown in the law's eye, but you're still their child for real. Because I have an 18-year-old, that's still my child. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, if he ever came to me and said that something is making me uncomfortable, best believe I'm going to go to bat for my child.
Absolutely, as you should.
Mm-hmm. So I would say go to your parents, your dad especially, and tell them what's been going on. Let them know that this has been going on since you were 15. Keep a track record of every conversation, every inappropriate action that has ever occurred, and let them know all of it, and don't leave any details out because you're afraid of what they're going to do.
Yep.
I promise you, they're going to have your back to the fullest.
And if they don't, the police will.
And if they don't, take matters into your own
will.
hand and go to law enforcement and have that restraining order put on that man. Because at the end of the day, he's pushing 30 and you're still a child. You can't even drink yet. Like, come on.
This is, well, people are strange.
He's trying to groom her at a young age. Like, no, that's not how this works. You get locked up for shit like that, sir.
As
I
you
don't
should
trust
be.
it.
You are already a creep.
So 3 years, that's 25. So he been chasing her since she was 15.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, 3 years. He was 25. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. Restraining order. And then you're still doing this shit. Like, what is your obsession with me? This is worse than Trump's obsession with Obama. Like, what do you? He need a restraining order too. But yeah. Anywho,
you gotta make moves like that, sweetie.
You really do. All right, I got an interesting one.
Okay.
Dear Lyric, please select my letter. This is from a dude. My girl and I know, right? A straight dude. Okay. My girl and I have been dating for about 7 months now, but we have known each other since we were juniors in high school. My girl, 2 of her friends, and their boyfriends, and I were all hanging out at her friend's apartment. Everyone but me was drinking a little because I was taking my girl home. No one was drunk, but everyone there was a little tipsy. We have an active and healthy relationship sex life. I'll spare as most details as possible, but I guess it's important you know I have a thing for calling her mommy.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. We were all just sitting around and my girlfriend got up to get something from the fridge and I asked, "Hey, could you grab me a Pepsi?" And her friend chirped in and said, "Good, he's asking his mommy if it's okay for a soda." I was really embarrassed and got bright red. No one said anything until that same friend said, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to know that." Or that you like when she pegs you. The other guy there just laughed it off and changed the subject for me. I took my girl home and walked her inside and made sure she got in bed and left. She asked why, and I just told her we would talk about it later. So yesterday morning, she texted me and asked what was wrong. I said, I guess we never really had the conversation about talking to our friends about our sex life, which I really don't care unless they are going to put me out like that in front of everybody. And it kind of feels like maybe you were making fun of it whenever you talked to her about it. She apologized a lot and said she didn't think her friend would do that, but she was tipsy and it just came out. She says she wasn't making fun, but it just came up in conversation. I mean, I really don't care she talked to her friend about it, but just bringing it up in front of everyone and joking about it is a little bit weird. I mean, I can't really control what I like, and my girlfriend has her wants, so we take turns, so it's not like we just focus on my kink or whatever. One of the guys that were there texted me and said, "Hey man, don't be embarrassed, we all like what we like. I'm sorry she kind of outed you like that," which I appreciate. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I'm feeling hurt by this. Do I bring this up again and talk about it, or just let it go? Thanks, Anonymous.
This is your time to set those boundaries.
Very much so.
Stop discussing our fucking sex life with your friends. That's none of their business, period. At the end of the day, that's not something that you discuss with your friends. Your friends should not know what you do in the bedroom. Your friends should not know any of that. That's between you and your partner. It's nobody's business what you do in the bedroom besides you and your partner. I don't want none of you
niggas knowing what I do in the bedroom because, no, it's not your business. That's why it doesn't make sense with homophobia. What I'm doing and who I'm doing it with is my business and never something that you niggas was gonna be a part of.
I've never been the one to sit there and talk about my man and what he got going on and what we do and this, that, and the third. My recommendation is to definitely have that conversation. Yes, she apologized and she said that she didn't think it was a problem. But if you still feel some type of way, you need to have a second conversation and establish those boundaries now so that it doesn't happen again. And I would also encourage you to ask her if she could have a conversation with her friend and ask her not to be telling y'all's business like that. Because what? I I wish my friend fucking would, bitch. We're not gonna be friends after that.
We're not.
If I can't trust you to hold water, and when I tell you something as intimate as that, and you're trying to be funny, and I know you're trying to be
and
funny,
people are joking
you're
about
in front
it.
of me for real.
Yeah.
You don't like me, and you're looking for an excuse to try to stab me in the back and use information that I gave you against me. That's not a friend. That is an enemy. And get rid of that bitch 100%.
Yep, I agree, because that was grimy. Why is everybody else in on my sex? See, this is how I know y'all niggas don't really talk about anything when y'all get together. Y'all ain't talking about anything important. You like, how does a conversation even come up like, oh, well, amongst adults? So me and my boyfriend do butt stuff. Like, I mean, what even be on y'all's mind? Okay. Well, here we sit.
That is what I have for y'all today. Keep your business to yourself.
Try to.
And get that restraining order if need be.
And apparently,
that's all.
NDAs.
If you want to continue sending me your advice questions, please send them to my Gmail at lyricbravado@gmail.com. Till next time, bye.
What's that smell? Oh, it's this timeline. Up next. We'll be right back.
Pope Leo just apologized for the Vatican's role in slavery on this black-ass holiday. That's right, Decoration Day, the day that white Americans took, reclaimed, whitewashed, and made into a mattress sale with cookouts. Most of y'all woke up this morning not realizing that today exists because of black Americans. Yeah, y'all ain't know black Americans started this holiday. It was newly freed black Americans who found a mass grave of Union soldiers, the same soldiers who had just fought for our rights to be free and seen as human. So they took those soldiers, dug them up from this mass grave, gave them each a burial, honored them, gave them a cemetery and a ceremony where black children sang and black leaders spoke. And every year after that, black leaders would speak on how to stop the rise of the Confederacy again, celebrating those fallen Union soldiers who fought for our rights to be free. And Pope Leo chose today, this black-ass holiday, to apologize for the Vatican's role in slavery. And I know what you're about to say, but other popes have apologized before. Stop, because no, they apologized for Christians being involved. And that's easy, but what Pope Leo did was he apologized for the role that specifically the popes played themselves. The role that they had in giving European kings explicit authority to subjugate and enslave people that they called infidels. No pope has ever apologized for that before, let alone acknowledge it. And y'all remember, Pope Leo, he one of us. Because I need y'all to understand, Pope Leo is the first American-born pope who carries blood from both the enslaved and the enslavers. He has blood from both sides of the wound, bitch. One historian put it this way, and I want this in y'all's mouth the next time somebody tries to tell you that the church was innocent. They said this, and I quote, "The Catholic Church has never been an innocent bystander in the history of white supremacy. Black Catholics have waited a long time to hear the Vatican speak honestly about the church's role in the transatlantic slave trade, and by extension, the enduring systems of anti-black racism in the world today." Now, yes, this apology is historic, but please, let's remember that an apology without action is just a press release with a cross. So the question is what happens next? Reparations? Land acknowledgement? Material accountability? Or just a Latin title and a press conference tour? Either way, y'all, happy Decoration Day.
Time to troll.
We back, Nigs and Jigs, so it's time to troll this timeline. What is yours looking like, Miss Lyric?
Crazy.
Okay, how many you got?
Deranged.
Okay. How many you think you got?
I got about 3.
Okay. Healthy balance. I'll start off then. Let's start with something positive that is absolutely going to make Trump like literally shit and fall back in it. So residents in Chicago are petitioning to change the road that Trump Tower is on to Barack Hussein Obama Way.
That motherfucker would be mad as shit.
Listen, according to USA Today, petition to rename Chicago Road for Obama at Trump Tower gained signatures. A change.org petition with over 22,000 signatures is urging Chicago officials to rename Wabash Avenue, the street of Trump International Tower and Hotel, to Barack Hussein Obama Avenue, citing opposition to Trump's policies and coinciding with the opening of the Presidential Center for Obama. So, yo, That. Oh, I hope this happens. I hope this happens, baby. This makes me smile. This makes me want to touch my nipples. What? Listen.
Yo, I'm piggybacking off of you today.
Listen, motorboat my cleavage.
Listen, guess what also makes me smile?
What?
There is a federal investigation underway.
Whoops.
Because somebody put a massive 8647 tracing on the National Mall.
Whoopsie. Oh, it's looking grim. Listen, the Reaper is over in the corner.
Oh my gosh. The numbers were first spotted from atop the Washington Monument by a Reuters photographer. Located on the National Mall between the monument and the World War II Memorial. U.S. Park Police and federal authorities are investigating the cause of the market. Grass samples have been collected and authorities are treating the incident as vandalism. The investigation remains ongoing.
Now imagine right? Imagine having qualified individuals to investigate this, because this is your life they're talking about. Imagine having qualified people that actually know what they're doing. You fired them, and then you stuck a whole bunch of like UFC fighters and WWF people and shit in these important positions, and podcasters and shit. You sat them in these positions now, and now you in real trouble, and you need real help from people that actually know what they're doing, and it's not looking good for you there. It's not, Mango Mussolini.
When I tell you I hollered because what? Who did this? I want to give you the biggest shout out. I don't know who you are. I hope you hear this podcast, but good for you.
Good for you. All right, let's keep up with the energy. More good news. I was over in New York's business. Have you heard? Trump was booed at the basketball game. Did you see it?
I heard about it.
This is over on the BBC. Trump booed in New York as he becomes the first U.S. president to attend NBA Finals. First off, why are you there? You already knew this was a huge event for New York. I don't even follow basketball, and somehow I knew about this shit. So, yeah. I love how it was rumored that they tried to put him. Well, you know what? Let me go over to give y'all the official. Donald Trump has been booed at a basketball match. Every time I read that, I fall out. In New York, as he became the first sitting U.S. president to attend the NBA Finals. The catcalls came after frustrated ticket holders waited for hours in queues that stretched more than 2 blocks outside Madison Square Garden on Monday due to the intense security restrictions that came with the U.S. president's appearance. So it's like, you already know this is a huge event for New York. You already know it's going to be mad crowded. So then you bring your stank ass all the way over here, not even really being at any game. You weren't even excited because you fell asleep.
As usual.
I mean, or maybe you were excited and can't help the fall asleep thing. Because, I mean, I love how it was rumored that they tried to put him on the Jumbotron during the national anthem because they thought that people wouldn't boo. Baby, the opposite happened. Shout outs to Avery Wilson, by the way, who did an amazing job singing. I felt bad for him, but the way they booed that orange bitch. I love it. I love it. That gave me joy.
Tomatoes.
Yes, definitely. What you got next? Still upbeat, or are we going down the hill from here?
We're still on Trump.
Oh, is it great or is it bad?
Depends on your perspective.
I mean, I'm talking about opposite of what they think is great.
A Venezuelan immigrant who planned a dream honeymoon for his Trump-supporting wife was detained by ICE at one of Donald Trump's own resorts.
Oh,
and a story.
No. You went in 2026 as an immigrant to Donald Trump's what? Are you okay?
And a story that has become a symbol of how far immigration enforcement has expanded under the current administration.
Oh, okay.
Brian Jose Rojas Galofre, 34, simply wanted to give his wife her first trip to the beach and maybe a glimpse of the man she admired. Instead, the road trip ended with him in federal custody and his family financially shattered.
That was mean.
Will
that was
you?
just mean.
Oh, okay.
That was just mean. Oh my God. Wow.
That didn't end too well for you, did it? No.
Didn't. And I'm not laughing. I'm not getting joy that other people are being detained. I just don't understand.
I'm laughing at
how
the
you can't see it at this point. I thought that society was, I guess I just thought society was smarter. Mm-hmm. And I'm so disappointed. All right, well, speaking of disappointment, here we go with the negative shit. Have you heard about this whole Jay-Z thing?
Which one?
The Target partnership.
Oh, yes, I did.
Baby.
With the album, the exclusive album. Yes, I did hear about that.
According to Yahoo.com, headline, Jay-Z's Target partnership sparks fresh debate over black consumer boycotts. For context, you all already know, if you follow this show, we're boycotting Target. We have been boycotting Target. Jay-Z, according to the article, the hip-hop icon's exclusive 30th anniversary release of Reasonable Doubt has reignited discussions about Target's relationship with black consumers and left a lasting impact of boycott efforts. As fans prepare to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Jay-Z's landmark debut album, Reasonable Doubt, a new business partnership involving the rap mogul is generating debates well beyond the music world, as it should, because Jay-Z, what are you doing? But then I flash back to the Colin Kaepernick thing, how he partnered with the NFL when we were supposed to be boycotting the NFL. So it's starting to look, at least to me, like Jay-Z is the trump card for niggas. It's like, okay, well, if we bring these people back, it's really starting to prove to me that everybody really does have a price.
Of course. Why is anybody surprised by his
I'm not
move,
surprised.
Though?
I'm just...
But I mean, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about the general consensus of what I've been seeing online. People act like they're surprised. This isn't the first time he's done something like this.
Okay, but see, the people that, I don't know, they're influenced. Okay, so both he and Beyonce have taken very strong political stances in their art, through their art. I don't know, it would only make sense that people would be like, sir, what are you doing? Your whole thing is freedom, and now we boycotting something, and you gonna what? Partner with them? And it's not like you needed the money. It would be one thing if we saw, videos of Jay-Z talking about how he just got out of rehab. Then it would maybe be understandable. Shout out to Lil Nas X, by the way, for being so transparent this week with his video about his struggles. But back to Jay-Z. Sir, you're not hurting for money. You're not hurting for resources or anything. At this point, I'm looking at you like you the ops. Mm-hmm. We singing our way to freedom on soundtracks of your music, and you turning your backs on us. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that might actually be a fuck you, Mr. Carter. Just saying.
Well, speaking of fuck you,
I love what Funky Daniva said, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jay-Z, this is fucked up on so many levels because one of two things happened. Either Target approached Jay-Z and offered him a whole lot of money, which I highly doubt, or Jay-Z saw an opportunity. He saw the void that is black people not shopping at Target, and he pitched to Target, you know what? I'm the black culture. I've got this huge cult-like following. If y'all give me a shitload of money, I will team up with y'all exclusively to do this. And it's like, Jay-Z, you leveraged the boycott and the struggle of our people who were attempting to put Target in their place. You leverage that for your own personal gain. And it's fucked up, especially considering that you are not some low-level rapper who needs the money. And I know men like Jay-Z get to a certain level and they do this thing where they're like, it's just business. It was a business opportunity. It is not just business, Jay-Z, when you leverage the hard work and the strides that everybody put in to get our voices heard and our feelings felt at Target, and you just go on and completely undercut all of that for your personal gain. Now, I know a lot of y'all not finna like this, but I'm finna have to take it there. And Beyonce, you ain't no damn better. Beyonce, this is legitimately the equivalent of the nice white woman that we work with, that we like, but she goes home to a Trump-supporting husband and is raising Trump-supporting sons. It's no different. It's no different. That white woman that says, I'm liberal, I'm for abortion rights, I'm for everything, but she reaps all the benefits of the patriarchy and her husband's white supremacist ways, and she's nice, but she raises boys that turn out to somehow still be white supremacists and Trump supporters. Beyonce, you're that woman. You are that woman, because the call is coming from inside your house. You are out here full on line in our face. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, you did the HBCU black album, you know, for black people. You reclaimed country western, country music with the Cowboy Carter thing. You know, this vanity move of doing all of this black power work. But then your husband goes and does something like this. Like, where was the conversation in y'all household where you said, Jay, we got to have a level of morals and values, and we can't do this and we don't have the money? You are no better than the white woman who says she's for the cause and goes home to a racist Trump supporting ass husband. It is the exact same thing. There's no distancing yourself. Oh, that's my husband's business. I'm not in the business. No. I don't even have the time to get into, you know, Jay-Z, you went and undercut the movement with the NFL when we had all that momentum going on with Colin Kaepernick. Your pockets got lined and we as black people got nothing for it. You went in there, tap dance for them crackers and told them, I know what to do to make black people shut up. Let's give them halftime and lift every voice and sing. It calmed us the hell down. You lined your pockets, and at the end of the day, we got nothing for it by means of economic empowerment and or ownership in the NFL. We got nothing for it. Jay-Z, like, honestly and truthfully, this is unforgivable in my eyes. I feel betrayed, and I'm going to be very honest with you. The level of betrayal that I felt when Kevin Hart tried to make those excuses for that comic, making those George Floyd jokes, that is the same level of betrayal that I'm feeling right now with Jay-Z doing this. Jay-Z, you get up and you talk about liberation and this and all of these different things, and you just absolutely had to take that deal. You had to take that deal, Jay-Z. You had to take that one.
Okay, y'all remember that story on News to Make You Nauseous where I spoke about that couple who adopted those black children and basically had them doing slave work around the house and was barely feeding them and doing all this disgusting shit.
Other than not feeding them, this sounds a lot like Madonna. They had them little adopted them black babies and had them rubbing her white feet. I don't remember the story, but I probably blocked it out.
Yeah, they had them living in a shed. They had to, like, shit in a bucket.
Oh, I do remember the bucket shit. Okay.
Well, they were sentenced.
Okay. Woohoo.
To 367 years.
Work. Your grandkids is taking time for you. Your great grandkids. Your whole generation.
I'm so glad that this is happening because oftentimes we don't get to see justice when it comes to black children, as we saw what happened with the Carmelo Anthony.
That was my last one. Yep. And Austin Metcalf.
Court case.
Yep. I'd like to hear your opinion.
I don't even want to talk about that.
You don't want to give your opinion?
My opinion is we'll never get justice in this country because justice was not made for us in this country. It's always going to be some type of injustice going on when it comes to black crimes or black self-defense. We don't get the same entitlement as white people do. How can we say, I can't remember what that white boy's name is, but he was able to
Austin Metcalf
protest with his gun.
You talking about?
Wasn't he 17 years old too?
Yeah, right.
He actually shot and killed someone unarmed. What was the nature of his charge? Wasn't it like it was some lesser shit than what they charged him? I do know that.
Yeah, of course.
I want to say they charged him with manslaughter. They gave him a manslaughter.
You talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I believe that they charged him with something like that.
No.
But this boy defended himself against 2-on-1.
Yes.
He made it be known, don't touch me, and they decided to put their fucking hands on him anyway.
Correct.
He defended himself, and y'all just saw fit to put him in jail.
For murder.
Give him, 20 years for murder?
For murder.
With an all-white jury?
And here, okay, so y'all remember when I was on that court case? It was a whole thing about manslaughter. There's things and words. Involuntary manslaughter means that you acted in that moment to defend yourself and it ended up in someone's death. But when you stamp murder on it, it depicts the picture that you came with that knife, like where that nigga at, found him and killed him specifically. That's not the intent. That is why the outrage. That is why the injustice. That is why y'all keep. And then, the jury packed with white people. How are these his peers? You were supposed to be judged by a jury of your peers. None of them have the lived experience that Carmelo Anthony and so many other of us with brown skin live. You don't. It's not a jury of our peers when you stack it with people that don't have our lived experiences.
Period.
It does not give us the range to be able to paint a picture. Not everything is white. Okay. Well, I have nothing else.
I don't have anything else either because I don't have nothing really good to say. I'm just tired.
Extremely.
I really am tired. I'm tired of this shit. I don't understand. And you know, the videos have surfaced and come out and people are still saying he deserved this shit.
Right. It's
just
so
like
weird.
the other little boy who was shot by the Korean guy or Asian guy. I don't know if he was Korean. I ain't gonna say that. But he is Asian.
Mm-hmm.
The video has come out showing he did not steal anything.
Wow.
Showing him running. In order for you to claim self-defense, your attacker has to be coming towards you, not running away from you. I don't understand why he was acquitted of all of this.
I don't. God.
Not to mention, I know this might be on the news to make you nauseous spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
But did you hear about the story in at the Walmart parking
about the baby? Yep. I was
baby?
just about to say that shit. That was horrendous. Okay, so let me find the story.
And she wasn't stealing either. She had the receipt for the diapers. Y'all shot that baby and killed that baby. Now that mother has diapers that she cannot even use. I'm beyond words.
According to ABC News, officer involved in shooting outside of Walmart that killed 1-year-old boy placed on leave. An officer who fired upon a vehicle killing a 1-year-old boy outside of Walmart in Mississippi has been placed on administrative leave, officials said, as outraged community members call for justice amid an ongoing investigation into the deadly shooting. So the woman was suspected of stealing diapers, which she did not. She had the receipt for the diapers. That's first and foremost. Secondly, I guess they alerted the officials that then saw her driving away, and instead of getting her license plate, instead of running back security footage, instead of just getting in your car, dialing up her license plates and saying, we know where this bitch lived, you couldn't do that. You instead fired a gun into a vehicle for someone that was shoplifting Pampers. So you already know you going after somebody with Pampers. There's no critical thinking in any of these people's minds. And you shoot into a vehicle. Did you hope to hit the driver? Was that it? Because then that driver, if they're dead, they can't control that vehicle. You've now put other people at risk. What? Do y'all live in this actual movie in your head? Y'all do realize that the shit that you see in TV and movies is not real.
What I believe, and I don't care who says what, I don't care about the hate comments. You can kiss my black asshole.
Not the hole.
Yeah, you can kiss my black asshole. People go and sign up to be a cop just so they can have access to a gun, just so they can kill a nigga.
They do.
I have always believed that. I don't care.
Amen.
Because you cannot tell me all of these fucking stories that we see in the news. That's not the reason. It's blatant racism. There's no reason for it.
I believe
in my
y'all
mind,
want a license
if
to
I'm trying
kill.
to stop somebody,
Yep.
I'm not going to shoot through the car unless the car is
That don't
shooting
even
back
make
at me.
sense. That don't even
I'm gonna
make
shoot at the
sense.
fucking tires if it's that serious.
Did you see yourself being depicted as a hero as you stopped the car by shooting it to save the diapers? Did you think that was how the headline was gonna go?
This the thing though. They shoot to maim when it comes to white people. They shoot to kill when it comes to black people.
Yep.
If that's not showing the intent of your racism, I don't know what else is. And then all these people got all these fucking comments to say, oh, he should have did this. Oh, they should have complied. Bitch, when we do comply, we still get killed. So what is it?
Shit, y'all getting shot now. Renee Good got shot.
We could be
for
innocent,
complying,
not doing anything, minding our business, going about our day. We all saw George Floyd.
Oh no, they're still going.
They're
still going back and forth.
Not doing any fucking.
Do you know they gave his killer? Did you know they gave his killer a moment of silence? George Floyd's killer, Derek Chauvin, gave him
what?
Exactly before his sacrifice, because he's in prison. They believe that he's a hero. They believe that George Floyd, I don't know, was sent to destroy the world or something. I don't know what these people's minds.
Why? Because he's black?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell y'all what y'all really scared of. Y'all really scared of
mediocrity.
For real. Y'all really scared of if black people really joined together like that and locked all the way in.
Like we're doing.
We're gonna do y'all.
Yeah.
Like y'all did us. That's what y'all scared of.
But we're not those type of people.
And ain't nobody even think about y'all. That's
nobody even thinks like that. But y'all think that this is gonna happen to y'all because this is how y'all think. That is so weird. That's that projection that Trump be doing. Every lie that he tells about somebody else, it's something he did.
You hear what he said about Juneteenth?
I did not, and I do not care. I avoided everything orange yesterday.
Okay, well, I'll keep it to myself then.
Thank you. Up next, unseasoned behavior. We'll be right back.
Imagine being told you're free while being handed a contract from a man who owns you. That is the Juneteenth 1865 history that we love to romanticize and sanitize, but I'm gonna teach you something today. I'm Conscious Lee. I have an undergraduate degree in African and African American studies, and I have a master's degree in adult and higher education. What we don't talk about is how Juneteenth was always mixing in the complexity of us being free-ish. The newspapers, they buried the story. General Granger, who came down to Texas and tell us about the good news, he undermined the very concept of freedom in the way that he even told us. In the white press, the newspapers, they called the equality ruinous and said that it was detrimental to the entire life of the South. So when you see that Confederate toting man talking about it's heritage, not hate, you gotta ask him, what is the actual heritage? And so there's no confusion. This ain't a story about refusing to let go of power. It's how the same playbook is still being used today, and how if we had just punished and or held them folks accountable for what they say is the highest crime against the state, we'll be in a different place. See, 2 days after reading the Emancipation Proclamation in Galveston, General Granger, y'all should look him up, don't take my word for it, he issued a follow-up decree. This man told these folks the newly freed were earnestly enjoined to remain on a former slave master's plantation, that you should return. No signed labor contracts, no pass, no travel, no contact. Literally, you cannot leave the plantation without a pass. That was a part of the clause about freedom. That's why I say free-ish. I'm not just being pessimistic, I'm giving you the real. Just so y'all reading in between the lines, the Union actually ushered us right into Jim Crow and sharecropping. Side note, you know the Emancipation Proclamation didn't apply to Missouri, Kentucky, and Delaware, just to name a few, because they were loyal to the Union. They got to keep their slaves. Look at how the archive counted our freedom, man. These folks in Galveston News editorialized in the newspaper and said that black equality would be detrimental to the livelihood of the South. And then the newspapers up north, y'all love to play on regional games, so think about it. A New York Tribune correspondent in Galveston on June 20th filed a detailed dispatch that never even mentioned the proclamation. Think about that. He still called them slaves. That wasn't a delay. That was very intentional. That was a cover-up. They finessed us out of our freedom. Dallas Herald knew in 1865, they buried Granger's order on page 2 next to a recent rain thing where you see the climate. You know what I mean? They tried to put the news and forecast over our freedom. And then fast forward to the news today. New toilet, same shit. Rinse and repeat, same tactics trying to erase all the various ways that our humanity need to be understood. So I'm gonna say this, and it might be controversial to some. The celebration of Juneteenth is not because of America or democracy. It actually happens in our community in spite of it. And that's something that we should always keep in mind. Everything we had in this country, we had to bleed for. Education is elevation, and I'll see y'all later.
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
We're back. What you got, Miss Lyric, before I get into this? Headline: Donald Trump was spotted wearing an adult diaper during an interview goes viral. Where did you read this? That is a. I swear that is satirical. But it's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Love that for him. Okay, so let's get into this. The UFC fight. Okay, let's just talk. The former First Lady needs no defense because she's literally a walking testimony of excellence. But if you haven't heard by now, according to Variety, headline, White House UFC fighter Josh Hockett shouts, Michelle Obama is a man in a post-match interview. Did you see that bullshit?
I sure the fuck did. Continue.
Literally, after winning a UFC championship on the White House lawn, fame wasn't on his mind. His career wasn't on his mind. But rent-free, the Obamas were. Here's the audio, and yes, it will piss you off if you haven't heard it. So, insert trigger warning.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Actually, asshat, she isn't. Michelle Obama has more talent in her pinky toe than you have in your entire being. This is why Google and facts are fun, because while Lady O isn't a man, she is a Grammy Award winner. Won Best Spoken Word album for her memoir, Becoming, and Best Audiobook. She is an Emmy Award winner for Outstanding Hosted Non-Fiction Program, Netflix documentary, The Light We Carry, Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey. She is in the National Women's Hall of Fame in 2021 inducted. She is ranked as the most admired woman in the United States by Gallup, polling for 3 consecutive years. She is a memoir writer who wrote Becoming, and it's one of the best-selling memoirs in history, shifting over 15 million copies worldwide. She is an awarded numerous honorary doctorates from institutions including Princeton, Oregon State, and Tufts. You know what Google says about you, Josh Hockett? It says Hockett, and this is quoting, Hockett has drawn comparisons to a WWE style heel or showman. He has generated significant media attention and controversy for pre-fight bravado, calling out top champions and making highly publicized derogatory remarks that have sparked mainstream criticism. So basically, you just run your mouth and say harmful shit with no actual weight or truth behind it. Interesting.
Right.
Yeah, because you sound just like your dumbass president, in my opinion. You're a white male UFC fighter. You literally hit things for a living like a modern day caveman and have the white ass audacity to speak on anybody else. It was just strange and out of nowhere. A black president triggered y'all that much where you're literally making up shit and then looking for validation from people. Am I right, America? No, bitch, you're not. Where do you even get that from? Y'all are still saying shit online about about Obama's birth certificate. Don't you think that if it was discovered that if he wasn't a citizen, like if it was truly discovered that Obama himself was not a citizen, it would have been everywhere. Thrown him in one of these little sick ass trailer park concentration camps. You know it. That's the part that always throws me with y'all. Y'all have absolutely no critical thinking skills. None whatsoever. And did you see that UFC bullshit? I didn't watch it, of course. But
hell no, I wasn't watching that shit.
No, I didn't. I mean, but the clips that I saw, the clips were a mess. You had the panning skylights, blinding pilots that were trying to fly planes, Lyric. Because there's not supposed to be lights there. Like, what do you mean? Spectators recorded a chaotic scene where fans began exchanging punches, prompting law enforcement to intervene, tackle the instigators to the ground, and place them in handcuffs. You had his orange ass falling asleep, as we've all witnessed him do over and over, and I can only imagine the shit that we didn't see. I'm certain that there were like redneck food trucks selling, I don't know, candied deer ankles and possums in a blanket. I don't know. I mean, you can take the man out of the trailer park, but you can't take the, well, you know. And that's not a jab at UFC fans. I want to be clear. But there's a time and a place for everything. I don't want UFC fights in my political spaces any more than I want raisins in my potato salad. And that was all kind of flavors of the saltine. Did you see that shit? Again, I say Michelle Obama got Barack, she got security to have her back, but I wanted to just throw that out there as a reminder to the rest of y'all dog face descendants of dry turkey. So Have you anything else to add?
Yeah, you know who else was a UFC fighter, MMA, whatever you want to call it, who's a class act?
Who?
Keith Lee.
Did not know
Which
that.
is proof that you can still be a fighter and still have a stand-up character.
Yeah.
Like this asshole. Because what the fuck you say that for?
What? I don't know.
Y'all too. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all let that man put a battery in y'all back, thinking y'all comfortable to say any and everything. The same shit you say and spew online, you would never say in front of the same people that you talking about. Because why? Most people will punch you in the face for it.
Yep. That's it. And that's all. Speaking of why, Wi-Fi's up next. We'll be right back.
Jay-Z is a fucking sellout and lacks integrity. Just like I said about that coon-ass Kevin Hart shit, it's sick seeing you niggas can still be bought by the likes of motherfuckers that would've sold your black ass, but get your money, black man, even if it's at the expense of your own kind. Even though they slowly but surely stripping away civil rights that made it possible for you as a black man to be in the position you in. Which is why we're boycotting. Niggas was just in Selma marching like it was 1963. Still, this is why they laugh and mock us as a community and dare us to boycott them, because they know it ain't no true solidarity within the fucking community. This is tone deaf as fuck, especially when we boycotting the Asians right now for the same type of shit. This is exactly why I said we don't only need to withhold the black dollar, but the black influence, because they need us to buy and sell that shit. Target has yet to do shit to make why we boycotted right. How we just gonna call a nigga that we know beloved and highly regarded in the community and give him a big check to come and tell you niggas that it's okay to shop with us again. Not just a businessman, right? He a businessman, which means you understand the business aspect and the loss and traction you can bring by strategically using your influence to exclusively drop your merch at fucking Target. Could've put that shit on B-side, at least it would still be technically black owned. What the fuck? He is being used and he is using us. Niggas wanna support you, not them. You could've motherfucking collab with a black owned businesses and turned them up and put them on the motherfucking map. Like I said, we make these labels household names. Tim's, Tommy, Forces, Jordan. It ain't cool till niggas put it on. Do that for a black owned brand and use your influence to drive traction to them. They may not be able to offer you Target money now, but if you did some shit like that, they can put them in a position to. Platform and make some more millionaires and billionaires like Ye and Reed. Let you tell it. Even though their wealth didn't come from music, it came from influence. Ye still selling out record-breaking crowds, even though he blackballed because of his influence. He had niggas walking around looking homeless and single-handedly revived Adidas off of influence. My first job was at Foot Lockers. I watched niggas around the city line up around the fucking building and we didn't even fucking get the shoes. Wasn't nobody fucking with Adidas till Ye dropped a boost and they gave that whole fucking company a boost. Fact. That's the power of the black influence, and they used him and threw him the fuck away and tried to take everything from him because of his fucking opinions about the Jews. Like, what the fuck? This that shit I was talking about when it came to Dominique Morgan too. Like, by all means, get your motherfucking money, but you shouldn't have to get over on your people in the process to do it. Can't respect that shit, but motherfuckers gonna dick ride and pussyfoot and straddle the fence because it's Jay-Z. Like he left you in the wheel to pay your bills. That's some op-ass Aunt Jemima, Mr. Tenderism ass shit, but the difference is they was victims. This nigga with the shit. Have always used one of our own to infiltrate and manipulate the community. These coon ass niggas is a cancel. So a lot of us idolize and put them on a fucking pedestal, even if it's to our own fucking demise. Jay-Z is they black card just like Nicki is Trump's, and they use them to keep niggas at bay. That's what they do. They platform a few niggas that they know we hold to a high regard and have influence and use them to manipulate, infiltrate, and divide the fucking community. Them niggas willing to do it for a check and personal benefits, and we overlook it because motherfuckers be having stars in their eyes. Motherfuckers want to be like them, not realizing or giving a fuck that they compromise themselves in order to get what they gotta get where they are. All these niggas' morals, dignity, and integrity is for sale. They basically serving niggas up on the silver platter. They know niggas easily swayed. All of a sudden, the shit they used to not be okay or would be a problem if it's somebody else is cool when it's your fave. Like, Beyonce don't need no help riding that dick. You niggas can take a water break. Once again, this is why there will never be another motherfucking Michael Jackson, because he knew he was bigger than the program and he didn't allow motherfuckers to use him and weaponize his power and influence. Not only was the talent undeniable, but he was a humanitarian and didn't have to be. He stood for someone like these spineless ass, greedy ass niggas. This proves that quote that there's no ethical way to be a billionaire. You have to fuck somebody over. And unfortunately, it's us. Again. Like a hoe at that ain't feed us first or nothing. Like, goddamn. And it's always something. It's a train at this point.
Why do you have roaches?
The Why File.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained, we're answering why to the questions you want to know by taking your skeets over on Blue Sky at WRTR Radio. You know we always take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com, even when they are mean. And this is the Why Files. Remember, the truth is out there. What you got, Miss Lyric?
All right, my why comes from me.
Of course.
Now we always talk about the Caucasus Mountain people, but now I gotta talk to some of our people.
Oh.
Come to the front.
Uh-oh. Niggas
Yeah,
dragging their
I had
head.
a little incident on Thursday where I had to make a return to, FedEx or whatever. So we go to the FedEx, and of course, in DC, it's really difficult to find a parking spot, right? So since we're just dropping off, we see one, and so we make a U-turn, park in the parking spot, not bothering anybody. There's this black girl coming across. Now, mind you, we're not in her space.
Nope.
We're nowhere near her. We actually moved back so we're not in her way. She decides to mug in the car and say, "I hate you, motherfuckers. Why the fuck is you parking in the crosswalk?" When, mind you, we had moved back so we're not in the crosswalk.
This was
so
somebody.
my husband's window was down. And so I said, "What?" Because I heard you. You got your headphones on, but baby, I could read lip. I heard you. So she got big and bold enough to repeat what she said, and conflict ensued.
Oh, hell.
It was very ugly. And I'm not going to apologize because, bitch, you should have minded your business. I don't like the fact that you don't know what's going on. It could have been a medical emergency. I got a lot of stuff going on. I could have told him, like, "Can you pull over? I got to throw up." Anything. You don't know. It could have been anybody even other than me. Somebody could have been having a heart attack. Why can't people mind their fucking business?
Because we live in America, and that is not what they do here.
That is my why. Because it took $0.00 for you to keep pushing your raggedy ass Goodwill stroller with your baby in it.
Not the
and
Goodwill
keep it
stroller.
pushing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But instead, you want to attack people that you don't know. So now I got to talk about it on the podcast and read you for fucking filth.
Drag her.
Not only that, here comes, what is it? The Homeland Security people that are out? The Army niggas
Oh,
that's
ICE?
out? No, it wasn't ICE.
No.
I think it's Homeland Security that he got out walking there and around DC. Here comes the soldiers with their little packs on and stuff.
Okay.
Guess what? They told your ass to move along.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Because you're causing a public disturbance.
That is true.
With your baby. What kind of mother? I call her everything under the sun. You're the mother of the year. Look at you arguing with people. Trifling ass bitch. This, that, and the third. You got you and your baby out here witnessing all of this stuff when you could have carried on and moved about your business. Yeah, I said a lot of stuff and I'm not taking it back because, like I said, why people gotta be in business that don't concern them. That's my why.
Well,
because fuck you thought.
The truth is, in that wig she snatched. Well, I'm glad that it did not end violently. So.
Oh no, I'm not putting. First of all, for me to get me to fight,
I know. Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect
you
that.
Gotta put your hands on me.
But I'm talking about other people's response more so than your actions. So
Oh well.
Because people are not well out here. Just remember, that's very true, and that's definitely out there. They out there. Crazy's out there.
Guess what?
I get it. Just be careful.
Look at me
Keep
when
your
I
head on the
look.
swivel. I get it.
Right in the car, so please.
I get it.
Yeah, you can try it.
Well, this why comes from Little Ricky from Southern Maryland. He wants to know, why don't Ray J just come out?
Oh my god.
Trigger warning, because this is extremely transphobic, but at the same time, it kind of illustrates where these niggas' minds are and how much intelligence they actually lack.
I can't.
Like the kinkiest shit you ever did. What's the kinkiest shit you ever did?
I almost fucked this trans girl.
Oh.
Cause I got a lot of trans friends, but I almost fucked one. But luckily,
what you mean almost, gang?
But luckily, I stuck my finger in her pussy, and then it felt like a little what is that thing called? The catastrophic, like the little shit that you can't have babies with.
No, I don't know nothing about that.
So her wall was like like this. So then I got up out of it because I'm like, nah, I was fucking this bitch earlier. Her pussy was way deeper. So I turned it down. Come to find out she was a man.
So I guess she just tucked that bit. Well, he just tucked that bit.
She got her shit cut off like 13 years ago, so it was already a pussy.
Nah, but it was that bit tucked though.
Yeah,
but when they do that, can you go? I don't even want to know, gang.
I sucked on her titty, so I felt like I was
gang,
still
what
like,
the fuck?
violated. I felt gay for like
you
1
didn't suck
second.
on her. That's a
Shout out
bit.
to the agency though.
Gang.
Shout out to Bussy Baby, back shots, dumping D.
Hey, gang. So you mean you sucked on a nigga titties, gang?
And it.
Nah, bruh. I can't make this shit up, Ray J.
Bro, her titties was soft as fuck, bro.
No, there's no way them titties.
Bro, they was real titties, bro.
No.
Bro, I'm not even lying,
Hello?
bro. I'm keeping it personal.
Had to been a big bitch. Hold on, I'm about to text you. I'm gonna stream
Bitch
it.
had a pussy for 14 years, nigga. How you gonna know?
I feel like this is a conversation that would have happened amongst 5th graders. This is frighteningly stupid. Like, I don't understand. I put my finger in her and then I felt the back of her pussy and was like, nah, that's a dude. Y'all are so obsessed with gay shit. What's going on, really? Like, why are y'all so obsessed with gay shit? Everything is gay. Y'all literally in your conversations have to insert things like pause to show anti-gay and that you're not gay or that there's no suspicion. You realize you don't just turn gay, but no, you don't realize that because conversation is also being had about how a lot of y'all don't wash your ass because you think that's gay. And it is June.
Wow.
It is June. That ass is muddy, you nasty bitch. Ugh. So I don't know why.
Who the fuck?
I don't know why.
We can't just brush past.
I don't know. I was trying to scoot up out of there because yeah, he may be somewhere up through that rainbow.
Ain't washing their ass because it's gay. First of all, never mind. Go ahead.
I mean,
I'm done. I'm done.
You haven't heard those videos?
No.
Okay, hold on. I gotta search for this in real time.
What you mean? You're not washing your ass because washing your ass is gay. That's called hygiene, bitch. The fuck? Nobody want to smell your stinky booty, shitty ass. Cleanliness needs to be top priority regardless of your sexual preferences. I don't give a fuck what you talk about. Like, ew. I don't know nobody gay or straight that want no shitty butt ass person. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Listen to this.
A man being clean, going to the doctor and the dentist.
All right, now this is the 5th time I'm hearing this from a girl where they talking about some niggas ain't washing their ass or cleaning themselves properly. So I was on a FaceTime the other day with a girl I know, right? And she was telling me she has a male friend who, when he come over her house, he don't never use no washcloth. And I'm thinking like, hold on, wait a minute. What the fuck you mean you don't use no washcloth? How you clean your ass? You ain't got a washcloth. See, look, I'm gonna do a demonstration. Look, if you take your hand, you rub it across. You see how it ain't really no friction. You gotta try hard to get some friction. Hold on, let me get a watch. Hold on. Let me show you something. You can feel the difference, right? You get a washcloth, right? See, look at the difference of friction that you feel when you use this versus when you do this. So when you niggas, you can't just take the soap and do this. You got to lift your sack. You got to get up in there with the washcloth. It is, first of all, it is not gay. All you niggas that say that shit gay to use a washcloth, I ain't saying you gotta like bend all the way over like this and do some gay shit, washing your ass. Nigga, maybe you gotta do one of these. Maybe you gotta lift a leg up or something like that. That shit ain't gay, bro. If that's gay, if it's gay to clean your ass, hey, I don't know what to say. If it's gay to clean your ass, bro, hey, y'all girls right. I normally don't agree with shit girls say, but I've seen this shit way too much. It is not gay to use your washcloth to wash your ass.
All
Why are we even having this conversation in 2020 motherfucking 6?
Listen, I don't
It's
get
beyond
it.
me.
I don't get it. And so I thought that it was just like one video until I actually searched it on TikTok. Apparently, even Leslie Jones has chimed in on this.
And apparently men aren't taking care of their fronts or their back.
Have you heard that some men don't wash their bottom for fear of being called gay?
I was dating this guy, so I asked him, I was like, when you're in the shower, do you like spread your cheeks to let the water in? And he was like, nobody does that. Like literally nobody does that. And he was like arguing with me about the fact that you're not supposed to wash your booty hole in the shower.
Y'all ain't washing the one part of your body where the doo-doo comes out?
Thank you, Leslie Jones and The Daily Show, for talking about this really important topic. When I first posted the video that she sort of clipped in this segment about how some men may not wash their bottoms for fear of being called gay, a lot of people in the comments really, they didn't necessarily come after me, but they came after the concept saying, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Who does that? No one does that. If you Google this topic, it is something that you see recurs. And yes, there are people who do not wash their bottom for reasons such as what was described in this video, for other reasons. You know, I do plenty of hygiene videos. I am here again to remind you that it is important to wash your bottom. It is so important. Cleanliness is, and get some soap and water. You know, I'm a fan of washcloths. I'm team washcloth. You need to wash your bottom, okay? So if there was any confusion about whether this was right or good or okay, the answer is yes.
You have got to be kidding me.
So there you go.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on with Brandy's brother. Like, I don't know. I don't want to speculate, and sexuality is very complicated and personal to that person. But, sir, either stay over here or leave us alone. You can't have it both ways, because that whole conversation was transphobic. It was dumb as fuck. It shows that none of you read things. So, I mean, good luck, I guess. All right. Why? Because the truth is out there. And that wraps it up for this week's Why Files. You know the socials. Up next, news to make you nauseous, as if that didn't already.
He got 99 problems, but your little boycott ain't one. Jay-Z don't care about you or me. He has made that evident his entire career. Starting with him being brought in to shut down Colin Kaepernick, moving on to him now putting his record into Target. Of all the other stores that are multi-million-dollar stores with people owning them that don't care about black people either, he picked the one that black people are saying we ain't fucking with because he ain't fucking with us in that way. If we're not giving him money, he don't care. That is evident. It could be argued that his beginnings as a corner pharmacist are evidence of his lack of care for his community, but I digress. The entire generation of men in hip-hop, my entire generation, has made it clear that that music they were making were not elaborate ideas of poetry and fantasy, but journal entries about their actual feelings and thoughts. How many of them are in jail for sexual assault, racketeering, abuse? And many of us were saying the entire time, hey, this sexist, homophobic, capitalist music is not the roots of hip hop, and you're allowing it to be co-opted. And you told us to shut up, that we can't take a joke or we don't know good hip hop when we hear it. And we need to just look past the lyrics because it don't matter if they're calling people bitches and hoes and fags. We should just get into the beat. And now look. Just look. And then your biggest problem is that Jay-Z is married to this lady. And you want to project an ideal onto her. You don't know what she thinks politically because she don't talk to us about her civic, social, or civil justice ideologies. She has performed for Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton. She also sat down with Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. We simply don't know what she really believes, but we do know that they are billionaires.
And if you're going to hold the ideology that being a billionaire is bad, that goes for the black ones as well. And although I am not pulling my knife and fork up to the table of black billionaires first when we talk about eating the rich, they are on the menu for me. I know there's no way to be an ethical billionaire. Never mind a trillionaire, which just happened, which I'm assuming Jay-Z is trying to become as well. We are going to have to understand that the artist and the art they create is not representative or indicative of the human being that created it. Art moves through people. It is not the people. So you got to choose wisely as to who you allow to become the backdrop and the soundtrack to your life and your community. Because that person has influence and impact that they did not earn.
News to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. Mine you actually might, though, because it's been all over the place. Say what? Washington, D.C.
Say what?
Headline, according to Reuters, the paint is already peeling in Trump's renovated Washington reflecting pool. Have you heard about this shit, Lyric? About
No.
the reflecting pool? The paint on Washington's newly renovated Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool on Thursday was peeling away from the bottom and in... It was like peeling off. I actually saw the shit on TV. Niggas was running around taking little pieces of their reflecting pool like, bitch, I paid for it. It's mine.
I mean,
it's
at
our
this
tax
point-
dollars. Not only does it have algae, but now it's turning this greenish hue. You remember how he was, oh, it looks so blue. This is less than 2 weeks, and it is already full of algae. It's already the paint peeling off, and the contractor that was used for this job would just so happen to be one of Trump's neighbors. It was in a pool of so many, but they just picked one, and it just so happened to be, by coincidence, Trump's neighbor. And this shitty quality job, it looks like hell out there. And then you got ducks swimming around in it, and to get the algae out, don't you know these people put hydrogen peroxide in that reflecting pool?
Shut up.
They did. They put
doing anything to cut costs.
Anything. They had people out there literally with hydrogen peroxide pumping it into the reflecting pool. And then you have the ducks that come. So now the ducks are running around bathing in hydrogen peroxide. Can't imagine that'd be great for them. I don't know for a fact, but gross? What do you mean? Then there's all this algae. It's peeling. Oh, this is awful. I hate it here, like you said.
Oh, that's what I've been saying for the past month. Oh, okay. Let's see. Mine has a little bit of an article that needs audio played.
That's fine.
But I'm just going to give you the premise. Say what? Fairfax, motherfucking Virginia.
Say what?
A Wingstop employee was fired after a racial slur appears on a customer's order. A Northern Virginia black woman says that she was shocked and outraged after discovering a racial slur written on her Wingstop order and on the food processing screen. So not only did you put it on her receipt, you had it so when you were cooking her food, it showed to everybody.
Okay.
She is sharing her story with, and this came from Fox 5 DC, and I'm gonna play it for y'all.
First on Fox, we have a Fox 5 exclusive. A woman from Northern Virginia found a racial slur written on her order from a local Wingstop.
And tonight, she is speaking only with our Shamari Stone, who is in Lorton with that story.
Well, tonight, this woman tells me that she is really upset. She came here to this Wingstop and bought a 10-piece lemon pepper, Louisiana rub, fries, and fried corn for her 7-year-old grandson. They were shocked to see the racial slurs. Take a look. This photo shows the order stickers Nita Sutherland receives after paying at Wingstop on Lord and Market Street in Fairfax County last Friday. We blurred the offensive racial slur. It's supposed to show her name. And take a look at the food making progress screen. The same racial slur. She tells the manager, says the manager did not apologize, and tries to remove the stickers off her bags. Shocked over what just happened, Nita didn't let her take them away. You're now going to exclusively hear from Nita. When you placed the order at the Wingstop, you spelled your name. What did you tell the employee?
I told her my name was Nita, N-I-T-A. I repeated it again, N-I-T-A, Nita.
And what was your reaction when you saw the racial slur?
I was upset. I was pissed off. I just called for the manager because I felt like she can go in and take it off the screen at least. And she didn't. She went back and she was like, oh, she didn't mean anything by it. And she went back and started back frying the chicken.
Frying the chicken back there?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Instead of apologizing to you?
Did not apologize.
And how does that make you feel as a black woman to see something like that?
It's awful.
We reached out to Wingstop's corporate office, and today a spokesperson said in a written statement saying in part, quote, discrimination and hateful behavior are completely inconsistent with the values of the Wingstop brand and have no place in our restaurants. Upon learning of this situation, the independent operator of this franchise location informed us that it promptly investigated the incident and based on its findings, subsequently terminated the employee.
I'm glad they're fired because they shouldn't have put it on the screen. There's more they could have did. They didn't try to help us. They were dismissive. So, and they need to understand racial profiling and racism is not accepted.
And tonight, the Wingstop spokesperson tells us that employees here will have to undergo sensitivity training. Meanwhile, we tried to find the employee who was fired. We were unable to do so. I'm Shamari Stone here in Lorden. Back to you.
Hard R on the receipt. That's like classic racism.
Mind you, there's only 4 letters in her name, and she spelt it out for you, and you decided to put nigger on the receipt.
Yeah, of course.
Bitch, please.
They bringing back the classics. Like, okay. I'm sorry you had to go through that, sis. And I got one more. I'm sorry this person had to go through this also. Say what? San Antonio, Texas.
Say what?
Headline: How Thomas Lockhurst went from SAPD's poop sandwich scandal to police chief.
I beg your fucking pardon?
A former San Antonio police officer fired after giving a homeless man a dog feces sandwich has been promoted to police chief in South Texas, reigniting questions about police accountability and hiring standards. Matthew Lockhurst's promotion has renewed scrutiny of his law enforcement career, which includes disciplinary cases involving a homeless man and allegations of inappropriate conduct at a police substation. The former San Antonio Police Department officer was terminated after a series of incidents that led city leaders and police officials to question his fitness for duty. Despite those controversies, he continued working in law enforcement after leaving SAPD. He was fired by SAPD after an internal investigation found he had placed dog feces between 2 slices of bread and left the sandwich near a homeless man while on patrol. Now, the homeless man did not consume the sandwich, but then San Antonio Police Chief William McManus condemned the act, calling it vile and disgusting. Why are these people still allowed to have jobs? We need better registries. Not just that sex offender shit. We need to know who the people are in our communities. It's just like that girl. It's just like that girl that's calling right now. She's calling churches and stuff, seeing if they'll let her sex offender husband. She doesn't really have one, but he shouldn't be around kids. Has to, appear on the sex offender registry, all that. She's calling these churches going, hey, yeah, he molested our 12-year-old daughter. Are we welcome to come? He can't be around children and other families, but we just kind of want to keep it on the down low and this, that, and the churches are like, yeah, come on through, girl. Like, yeah, bring your sex offender. Do all that. And it sparked new debate because, at what point do y'all say, perhaps these people shouldn't be around the rest of us?
Well, I've seen a horrific video. Since we're talking about cops who do horrendous shit,
weird shit,
I just seen a fucking video of this state trooper got in his car, seeing these gooselings with their mama walking down the street.
He did not run them over.
He got in his fucking car.
That is fucking disgusting.
And ran them down on purpose.
Okay. That's like the little white kid you see running into a field of birds and then the birds fly off and he feels just so great about himself. Just weird. Y'all are weird. Get therapy immediately.
That's some serial killer type shit though, because you know they start with animals first.
Ugh, well.
And these the type of motherfuckers you got patrolling people.
And running our country, because RFK Jr. cutting off raccoons' nuts to inspect them. What? Okay. If you want these and more nauseating news stories, make sure you follow us over on the socials. I'm on Blue Sky at WRTR Radio. I'm also at marcus.smot. That is on TikTok, and Marcus Smoot on the Blue Sky.
And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Probably that's about it because, I don't do the Twitter thing anymore since it's now porn.
I mean, at this point, it may as well be. Elon then turned it into the after dark. Ugh. Anyways, it's your week, so tag, you're it for Real Talk.
All right.
We'll be right back.
You know what frustrates me the most is that I have to convince black people to vote. I have to convince black people of something that will only help them. And it's not by my design. It's not by Martin Luther King's design. It's not by any other civil rights leader's design. It's by white people's design. We didn't get our 40 acres and a mule because white people up north said, you know what? It's best that you have voting power. When you can vote, you can make laws. You can determine what happens in your own communities. You can receive government funding. You can determine how taxes are distributed. You can determine how much people pay in taxes. Oh, and black people did. They went out there and started voting. They started taking office. They started changing things. The Reconstruction era was so lit for black people. Oh, we were on top. And those racist white folks in the South didn't like that. You see, this was when the KKK started coming around. It wasn't there in slavery. They didn't care that we were in chains. Oh, but when we were free to vote, when we could determine our own futures, our own destiny, those white folks in the South went on a killing spree. And the federal government stepped in. Federal government literally passed Klan laws. But then Rutherford B. Hayes was elected and he pulled troops from the South. And those same voting laws, they didn't make a difference. When those troops were pulled from the South, we were no longer under federal protection. Southern states started creating their own laws. Black folks were forced into the Jim Crow era. What does this mean? My grandparents weren't free to just go vote. Trying to vote, hell, doing what I'm doing right now, trying to convince other black people to vote, that could have got them killed. Could have got them beat. One of my grandmother's first cousins was killed in the last mass lynching. You imagine how terrifying that is. No, you can't, because you take voting for granted. Because it's something that just happens on a Tuesday, but you got better things to do. What do you say? Oh, voting don't make a difference for me. But look at it making a difference. You have a president who decided to bomb Iran to cover up his wrongdoings, and it's affecting you and your kids. Your vote could have changed all this. Your vote could have eliminated government shutdowns. Your vote could have made sure that we're not footing the bill for an unnecessary war. Most people think that my videos are in response to things that Republicans do or they're Republican-led. They're not. My videos are mostly for people who don't vote at all. Complacency is the enemy of progress. At least black Republicans are picking a side. People who stay at home and do nothing, you choosing a side too. And it's not the side that's going to actually do anything for us. You are a conservative. Conservative means to conserve. So you will continue to get more of the same. You're exactly right. You are not like your ancestors. Because our ancestors fought for something. They fought for what they believed in. Carried us on their backs. You are only a letdown to their progress.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR, Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
All right, so this week on Real Talk, I'm going to be talking about Juneteenth. Not in the way that you think I am, but I'm going to be talking about the hate for it.
Oh, hell.
I logged on to Instagram yesterday, just casually scrolling, trying to see what everybody was doing, talking about, and I came across quite a bit of anti-Juneteenth.
How are you anti something that happened in history? Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I wanted to take this time for Real Talk to not only read you some of what these people have said, but discuss the clapbacks as well.
Okay.
Because let me
I'm
tell
here
you,
for it.
one
I'm here
thing
for
about
it.
it, we ain't going for that shit.
Nope.
And the clapbacks were extraordinary.
Yep.
Let's see. W. Chalkett, a white male, says,
Oh, no.
what the heck is Juneteenth?
Okay.
No offense,
The
as
same.
it is a national holiday, but my question is, where's the national holiday for the American Indian tribes, the original Americans? It just seems not right. Art Blank replies to that and says, this redneck cares about natives today on Juneteenth, y'all. Somebody else replied, used to be called Columbus Day, which I laughed at because, duh, now it's called Indigenous Day.
Indigenous
How did you
Peoples
not
Day.
know that Indigenous Day actually exists?
Yeah. It's the second Monday in October, just so y'all know. I remember it because it's near my birthday. So I don't, I mean, it's maybe easy for me, but I feel like a simple Google search should have, like the same internet you came on to type that comment would be like, you could just put that in the search bar and AI now would have literally told you. So how are we putting tools for information in your actual hand and y'all won't use it? It's just very interesting for me. And how is it that every time we have a holiday, we have something, black people get a piece of the pie? Every single time it triggers y'all. Why? How is that even possible?
Because it's in their DNA, perhaps. So, someone who is actually a Native American replies to what he said. Tater to Tazay. I guess that's how you say her name.
Okay.
But she says, are you actually indigenous? No, he's not. Or just deciding to speak for us?
Okay.
We have Indigenous People Day, and November is National Native American Month. Let our black relatives have their holiday.
Can't have shit.
Gotta love that. We literally cannot have
We can't
not
have
a damn
shit.
thing.
Y'all get so mad when we smile. I don't get it. I do not get it.
Now, the one that I had to smile at is Michelle Odds 71 on Threads said, everything is closed for this stupid holiday Juneteenth. Juneteenth isn't even a word.
Okay.
Somebody took her fucking picture and said, shut your bitch ass up. Because even your teeth are segregated.
She ain't got fucked up teeth, dude. She
teeth was jacked.
Oh no.
Then somebody else decided to get their cracker ass on here
Well.
and say, is Obama's birth certificate showcased in his library? Just wondering.
Okay. No, it's there in public
Where
records. It's right there. You can look it up. What do you mean? He got a whole Wikipedia.
In response to that,
What?
T is me. And shout out to T is me because, yes, ma'am, this comment was T. Ma'am, where's your death certificate?
She does look. She
'Cause
looks
it looks
grim.
like you're 2 feet
She looks grim. She looks like the Grim
away
Reaper.
from the grave.
Yes.
Okay? 2 feet away from the grave. Not only that, somebody else said, I didn't know the preacher from the Poltergeist 2 was still alive. Congrats on your long life, demon. And this one I had to holler at because let me tell you.
You called her a
everybody
demon.
knows me. If anybody knows me, I like horror movies, and this particular movie, The Poltergeist, that whole
series.
thing, I was scared to death of this particular man. Where he would just randomly show up and be singing and shit. And what was her name? Marianne or whatever her name is. Would see him and he'd just be strolling and singing his little weird ass cult song and shit. He scared the shit out of me as a kid. So when I seen the side by side photo, baby, I hollered. Because accurate as fuck.
Oh man. Speaking of things that used to scare me, you know the girl from The Ring?
Yes.
She passed.
Get
she
out
just
of
passed.
here.
Yeah, she was in her 30s. She just passed.
Dang. She was young too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anywho.
That other producer, what's his Tay something? He died too. Everybody was sad about him.
Damn.
He was only 29. Damn, people dying that they never died before.
I can't stand you for that. Oh, I don't know why they are so triggered, honestly. I mean, we get something, one thing. Because, I mean, the fact that y'all celebrate, or that we as a country celebrate July 4th as Independence Day when everybody didn't have independence is strange. Celebrating the actual day that people were independent of slavery should make sense. I mean, I would think that it would make sense. But y'all still wanted your July 4th and your traditions and your patriotism and you're going to make America great and all that. So y'all wanted all that and you got it. And we just wanted something separate. But here you go, leaving boo-boo sandwiches right next to it and then getting hired again.
Listen, they don't want to take everything from us. But one thing about Black people, we are resilient. And regardless of what you take, we're going to make do with what we got. And we're going to celebrate regardless if you give us a reason to or not.
Yeah.
Because that's just what we do.
Black joy is something that will never be erased by you, baby. Not you. You don't have that power.
Sorry.
So
I don't know why they don't get that, though.
I mean,
y'all tried your hardest to say shit about Black History Month. You acted like you gave us something, like it was a handout for even that.
And any slave memorials or anything depicting slavery was tried to be taken out by the Trump administration, which a judge just this past week ordered them to restore all of that
Put all that shit back. Yep,
put it all back.
And guess whose name is no longer on the Kennedy motherfucking building?
He is.
You thought, bitch.
And guess who else? Guess who the only president was that did not get to show up at the opening of the Obama building?
Oh.
Everybody else was there. All out in the sun. You had Michelle and George cackling like they do. I mean, it seemed like a great event.
And it was. It was tea from what I've seen online.
Very much so.
And you weren't invited.
That made my heart warm. I love the fact that it is about community. It's not come pay me money like some Trump tower. Pay me money to stay in my big gold building that's probably peeling. Like the reflecting pool. It's not that. It's a community center, like where people can go. They have barbecue pits set up. They have parks, like basketball. They have, you can turn it into whatever space you want. They have conference rooms. I saw so many pictures. I was like, this is what it means to give back to the community.
And what has Trump done besides
take away from the community?
Trying to spend millions and trillions of dollars.
All of the community. He wants it all.
On himself.
And then tells us, oh, I don't care nothing about that. I don't care. He's like outwardly saying, I don't care. Interesting. And here we sit inside of another week of hell. But a great time on the podcast here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. We appreciate y'all listening to us week after week. Please find us on the web at wrtradio.transistor.fm. Miss Lyric, got anything to say to the people before we get out?
Yes. I do. Mind your fucking business. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. That's my saying that I want y'all to let sizzle in y'all spirit for the week. If it does not apply, let that motherfucking shit fly. And mind your business.
Absolutely. Will we be back next week?
Oh, well, we might have to take a little break depending on how I feel because, as y'all know, I will be getting a surgery next Thursday, so we'll see. Maybe it might be a guest person in my place, perhaps.
Maybe I can do that. I could probably do that. I can swing that somehow, some way, some shape, some form. Because we Black, we resilient, we make shit happen.
Period.
And we do it all with y'all every week here on WRTR. Thanks and holla.
Bye.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
This week's show featured work from TikTok creators CNN, Ashley, the Baroness, Kiki Ray Real, Moshe, The Conscious Lee, Now This Impact, Soul Annie Mommy, Hidden Agenda 2, The Common Sense King, The Daily Show, Brian and Beyond, Shamari_Stone, and Rich Retro, always using our platform to amplify your voice. And again, happy Pride.